What's going on, guys? G-Smassy here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer gossip. And today is Thursday 23rd of May, got confirmed as to go through as well as the rumours. So just before we get started, if you could do our good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press that bell notification next to it so receive an alert every single time I upload a video. Yesterday's episode will be down below in the description box, and the current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time is a new transfer upload. And finally, in the comment section below, what is your favourite FIFA of all time? Right, let's jump into the very first confirmed deal of the day, and so far this could change throughout the episode, there's just two to cover. The player is going to be Ibarra. He joined Pachuca from Minnesota United. It's a 13-month loan deal, and there is also an option to buy included. A pretty big confirmed deal now is going to be Eden Hazard's brother Thorgan Hazard joining Borussia Dortmund. It's from Borussia Mönchengladbach, also in the Bundesliga, and the fee, some sites are saying 25.5 million euros, some suggesting up to 30 million pounds or 30 million euros, and he's on a 5-year contract until 2024. He's had a very impressive campaign, and to be fair, a couple of consecutive impressive campaigns. And for Dortmund, their transfer business so far, because there's a rumour coming up later on, 3 potential players, 2 already confirmed, and they're good signings. But now we have got a rumour according to Bild. They're saying Arsenal look to sign Dynamo Dresden goalkeeper Markus Schubert on a free transfer this summer. That's as a replacement for Petr Cech. Now, Cech is going to be retiring from football, so officially done with it and moving on elsewhere. And there are some reports suggesting he could be going back to Chelsea as like a sporting director, but I believe he denied that last night. By the way, Arsenal need a new backup goalkeeper, and Schubert could be that man. And another goalkeeper potentially on the move now, according to Goal.com, they're saying that Barca goalkeeper Jasper Cillessen has agreed a deal to join Portuguese champions Benfica, but negotiations over his price are holding up the transfer. Goal understands that Barca are currently demanding 25 million euros or 22 million pounds for the Dutch international goalkeeper, despite him barely appearing for the first team over the past 2 seasons. He is considered one of the best backup goalkeepers in world football. Obviously, the gap between a starting goalkeeper and backup is fairly big, but I don't know if Benfica can really splash out 25 million euros. We'll have to wait and see. And now, according to Gazzetta dello Sport, they're saying Inter Milan will complete the signing of Edin Dzeko from Roma, even if they fail to qualify for the Champions League. There's one match day, I'm pretty sure, one match day left in Serie A, and Inter can either qualify for Europa or Champions League. All depends on their result and teams around them. But for Edin Dzeko, Roma are currently below Inter, and there's actually a second striker linked to Inter Milan now. So according to FC Inter News, they said Manchester United value Romelu Lukaku at 70 to 80 million euros, and they're open to a sale this summer, and his agent called Federico Pastorello is set to meet with Ed Woodward in the coming days. He wants to take him to Inter Milan, and they'll offer 20 to 30 million euros plus Ivan Perisic. Now, bear in mind, United paid a massive fee for Lukaku in the first place from Everton. It was like 75 mil plus, and it would be technically a big loss if they get 20 to 30 out of him plus a player. And considering Perisic, correct me if I'm wrong here, but stats-wise hasn't had a good campaign. He was rumoured to be going to United last summer and it didn't go through or didn't finalise, but they could finally get their player, but they might have to lose out Lukaku to somewhat make the deal happen. And now, according to AS, they're saying Tottenham have shown interest in signing Dani Ceballos from Real Madrid. It'd be a 40 to 50 million euro fee as they prepare for the departure of Christian Eriksen. Eriksen has 1 year left in his current deal running until 2020, and the team's interested mainly, it has been Real Madrid. And I mentioned in a previous episode that Real Madrid this summer are looking to have a massive clear out and a massive rebuild, and the likes of Gareth Bale, Luka Modric potentially, Lucas Vazquez and Dani Ceballos, they're pretty likely to leave. And next up, according to Sport, they're saying Paris Saint-Germain, Bayern Munich and Arsenal are keeping tabs on Espanyol centre-back Mario Hermoso. Real Madrid do have a buyback clause, however, of just 7 million euros or 6 million pounds, so they could buy him for a small fee and then turn around and make a massive profit, apparently 3 times that amount, straight away. And now a defender definitely staying at Real Madrid, according to Marca, is going to be Raphael Varane. They're saying that France international defender Raphael Varane has ended speculation on his future at Real Madrid, and the quote does say, very brief, "I'm going to stay." If you go back 2 months or 1 month ago, there were reports suggesting he was unhappy and wanted a new challenge, and that was just a couple of days before Zinedine Zidane came back in charge. The rumours were saying he could be going to Paris Saint-Germain, Manchester United, or potentially Juventus, but now he's staying at Real Madrid and will be part of their rebuild. And now another one according to Sport is that Tottenham have contacted Barca over a deal for Malcolm. Malcolm only made the switch to the new camp 1 year ago from Bordeaux for a fairly large fee, and it's safe to say it hasn't been a good debut campaign for him. He rarely played football, and when he did, wasn't really too impressed in some instances. I believe he had some good matches here and there, but he didn't really meet expectations. So for Tottenham, they wanted him 1 year ago as well before he went to Barca, as did the likes of Arsenal and Roma. And next up we've got a big one according to Gianluca Di Marzio. He is saying Juventus continue their pursuit of Lazio star midfielder Sergei Milinkovic-Savic. He's saying the Bianconeri have in fact reached an agreement with the 24-year-old Serbian, and Juve now need to negotiate with Lazio, which will not be an easy feat as the president set a price tag of over 100 million euros last summer. He's been offered a 5-year contract by the Serie A champions, and he hasn't met expectations like he had the season before at Lazio, but it's still definitely got the potential there. De Ligt has received contract offers almost double of what Barca have offered him, making the signing difficult. The club are pushing him to believe in the project and look past the money. If the defender thinks Barca are going to greatly increase their offer, he's definitely wrong, and that is according to Sport. And other teams linked to De Ligt so far this summer have been Man City, Liverpool, Manchester United, Paris Saint-Germain and Juventus. The favourites probably still, despite his article, of Barca, but if you believe it, I mean, I'm not sure what other team would double the wages, but it's interesting to see how it pans out. And if you had a list of the most in-demand players this summer, I'd probably say De Ligt is definitely top 3, maybe even the top, because he's got world-class potential, already a fantastic defender for his age, and I'm pretty certain is available on a transfer. And now we move on to a very big confirmed transfer, and during the first part of the commentary I've had to edit this bit in. It was actually only a rumour, but now it's all done and dusted. It's a confirmed deal. Julian Brandt has signed for Borussia Dortmund from Bayer Leverkusen. It's a €25 million fee, and it's on a 5-year contract until 2024. There was a lot of interest there from Premier League sides, and Dortmund, they're having a hell of a transfer window so far. The fact they've strengthened their squad so much already in just literally 48 hours or whatever it is, Schulz, Thorgan Hazard and Julian Brandt, definitely step in the right direction. And they've managed to replace Christian Pulisic by bringing in Julian Brandt and also Thorgan Hazard for less than they sold him for. Now AS are saying that Paris Saint-Germain are in advanced stage of negotiations with Napoli over the 44 million or 50 million euro signing of midfielder Allen. PSG are hoping to tie up a deal before he travels to the Copa America next month. He almost joined PSG back in January from Napoli in the first place, then decided to go with Leandro Paredes instead, and it seems that PSG are looking to improve their team even more for next season because they really want to win that Champions League. And Goal.com can confirm that Paris Saint-Germain are monitoring Borussia Dortmund defender Abdou Diallo. The German Giants are reluctant to part with the France under-21 captain, but their resolve may be tested. And yet another PSG rumour, this time according to Paris United. Bear in mind that the outlet that first reported Mbappe's move to PSG. They're claiming that Real Madrid are going to make an attempt to sign the 20-year-old this summer, and that the player's father is the chief manoeuvrer behind it. PSG have opened up contract talks however with Mbappe and are ready to give him the responsibility he craves, according to the Daily Telegraph. And now we have got a transfer saga which last week looked like it was definitely a done deal for 60 million euros, and that is going to be Luka Jovic going to Real Madrid. But there were also reports coming out of Germany at the same time saying there wasn't an agreement, and now, according to reports in Spain, Madrid have issued Frankfurt with a resounding no in response to the Bundesliga side's €100 million asking price for the striker. Florentino Perez is seemingly unwilling to meet the German club's demands, and now Barca have apparently entered the race to sign the attacker yet again, despite the confirmed interest in Antoine Griezmann. And as I just mentioned with De Ligt a second ago, De Ligt's definitely in the top 3 most in-demand players this summer, but I'd probably go as far as saying now that Luka Jovic, he's definitely up there on top of it. And next up, according to Sport, they're saying Manchester United and Manchester City are set to do battle over Isco. Real Madrid hope to net around 120 million euros for the playmaker, but bear in mind he doesn't have Champions League football if he goes to United. I'm not sure if he'd drop down to Europa League. And there are a lot of United rumours as of late, because the next one, according to the Daily Record, is that United are working on a deal to bring Ivan Rakitic to the club this summer. Barca are open to selling the midfielder and value him currently at €55 million. PSG and Inter are still interested, and the fact that Frankie de Jong is coming in could somewhat limit the amount of minutes Rakitic gets next season, but according to Mundo Deportivo, Rakitic and Umtiti are not planning on leaving Barca. And another short United rumour, this one's according to the Daily Mail. They're saying that Manchester United have been in talks with Juventus forward Paulo Dybala for more than a month. That's as they look to rebuild ahead of next season, and they will probably have a lot of funding, but as I literally just said with Rakitic, no Champions League football, it could be a stumbling block. But that is going to be it for this video. So as always, if you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press that bell notification next to it so receive an alert every single time I upload a video. Current schedule every day at 8 AM UK times a new transfer upload, and yesterday's video will be down below in the description box. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.